Welcome to Eye on Paulsboro, a brand new show coming to you from the Gill Memorial Library here on Broad Street in Paulsboro with a whole new view as you're traveling from Gibbstown to Paulsboro with that old dilapidated property gone. This library just shines now. And Irma, we are in the original portion of the library. Fireplace is going behind us. It doesn't feel very warm.
It's warm and windy out, but it's always warm here in this room with the fireplace, John. I remember this house coming around the corner. There was another house next door to it.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Yes, there was. I mean, Common Street was very narrow, but my grandmother, Irma Lodge, who I'm named after, was the librarian here from 1914 until she died in 1954, John. So it's my heart.
Did you say 1914?
1914, Nana, we called her Nana, was 1914 to 1954.
Attached to the library.
She was the librarian.
I didn't realize it reached back that far because the town was founded in, 1916?
No, 1904, wasn't it, John?
Or what year? Will someone tell us? Judy, what? I'm getting.
The town was established.
I'm sorry. We must correct that. The town was established in 1904, not 1916. The Paulsboro High School was 1916, correct, Walter?
Well,
See, I knew we had that. We have an interesting program for you. Like being at the library is now under new leadership. As Violet has retired, we're going to visit with Jonathan, who is now in charge of this library. Also, Dr. Walter Quint joins us. We're going to talk about facilities in Paulsboro because there's some challenges. And we're going to have a special segment that Amy and Fred put together recognizing Glenn Howard for winning his 300th game as Paulsboro High School head football coach, which is a big deal. And it was a wonderful day as Paulsboro triumphed over rival and neighbor Gateway that day. And Irma, of course, will be back with community notes. So we'll be right back after this.
Multi-policy discount, paperless discount, paid in full discount, homeowners discount, safe driver discount, chipmunk family reunion, someone stole the nuts, squirrel jail, justice.
Countless discounts. Now that's progressive. Call or click today.
Thinking about a new appliance or an LCD TV? Don't think twice, think Weiss. Weiss True Value has a full line of LCD TVs plus a great variety of appliances. And of course, hardware items like TrueTest paints, Master Mechanic tools, electrical supplies, key duplicating, and Rug Doctor rentals. And for repairs on screens and windows, look no further. Weiss True Value, from making keys to selling appliances and LCD TVs. Don't think twice, think Weiss. 39 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
For everything, there's a season, and a time for everything under heaven. A time for sharing, a time for caring, a time for remembering, and a time for parting. When that time arrives, let Beth McBride Foley and Thomas D. Foley at the McBride Foley Funeral Home help you in your time of need. Offering a wide variety of funeral services from cremation to traditional, McBride Foley Funeral Home has been helping families with the loss of a loved one with over 50 years of combined service. McBride Foley Funeral Home, 228 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
And welcome back. Program continues here. We are in the original section of the Gill Memorial Library on Broad Street in Paulsboro. We're visiting with the new library director. Some would say librarian, but he has a formal education in managing libraries. Pleased to welcome Jonathan Amey, who takes Violet's place. And first of all, Jonathan, welcome to Paulsboro.
Pleased to be here.
And it's a small town library, so how was your fit here?
It's great here, actually. We have a really good sense of community when everybody comes in. The history programs from upstairs are amazing. Like, just people donate stuff all the time to Jim. Pratt's is his last name, and he's just thrilled to have things. The kids here are very active. They want to come in. They want to explore the library. The adults, we just started doing adult programming. Like, again, we'd kind of taken a break for a while, and it's turning out to be such a cool experience for just to see the community kind of come together and check this place out.
Well, Walter Quint is going to join us in the next segment. Of course, he was instrumental in piecing together the expansion, which originally was supposed to go across the street, as many of you will remember with various shows we did. But these libraries have really morphed into something different. We're standing in the older part of the library, lots of books, but it's not just about books anymore.
No, not at all. It's definitely a community gathering place. One of the things that you see now in the library is computer access. That's very big for libraries. Maker spaces are starting to come around, so 3D printing, that kind of thing. laser cutting is something else that I do at another job that I have. But we want to be a welcoming space for the community to come in, either just get out of the cold or try making a craft or do something like out instead of just being at home. So that's the idea.
This place has taken on a sort of a vibrant position in this community, from car shows in the summertime and specialized displays. The military display presently tucked into one room, I think, is pretty impressive.
Oh, yes, it's pretty fascinating. Actually, Jim just finished setting that up today. We've got a whole bunch of uniforms donated by community members, some of which are originally from Paulsboro, like veterans from Paulsboro. We have military records in binders with original photographs. I looked for your name already. I didn't see any. I didn't see any Bridget Kelly's. Or
my mother, and I'll tell you that story because Vietnam War was winding down, and it was one of the last call for draft of numbers, and I got a very high number, like 167 out of 265 or 200 or 365 days. We were called by birthdays, so I was not going to go. It was 267. My mother cried that day, so I got very lucky. I didn't have to go. Many people went. Some people didn't come back. So the fact that there's a display here and has names tying back.
It has so many. It has so many in there. Yes. Yeah. Anybody can come in. They can check it out. They can look at the binders. I tried to find like anybody that I could think of last name from Paulsboro just to kind of see like what we have already, and we have tons of stuff. That's what I meant by that.
No, it ties things together as far as displays and getting people in. Now, what is the relationship between this library and the county library? Because some people, that's a big resource.
Great question, and we get a lot of questions like that. Basically, we're part of an extended system as the Gill Memorial Library. We have a partnership with other libraries where we can get books and some other resources through other libraries like Hagen or GCLS, the Gloucester County Library System. If you have a card with us, you can come in. You can order books from other libraries as well if we don't have it. And then also, if you're from other libraries, you can come here and use the computers or check out books from our collection here too.
Very good, Jonathan. Yes. Excellent. As we close this segment, general hours of operation.
We are open Monday through Thursday, 1 to 8, and then Saturdays, not in the summer, but in the winter, we are open 10 to 3. So
very good. Thank you very much.
We're always looking forward to having people come in. So
thank you very much. Friendly place. If you haven't been here, you should stop. There's a lot of history here as well. It's just the design of the new edition just is very, very welcoming. Stay with us. We're coming right back.
Life is a journey that we travel with a lot of uncertainty. When your family is faced with change and you're in need of understanding, direction, honesty, and professionalism, we at the Landolfi Funeral Home have a tradition of assisting you with all of your needs in any way that we can. We offer many affordable funeral services. Please feel free to call us with any questions you may have or visit us at www.landolfifuneralhome.com.
Rizzo Family Chiropractic Center in Gibbstown offers pain relief with a difference. Using specific chiropractic adjustments, Rizzo Family Chiropractic will get to the root of your problem quickly. Bring your headaches, neck, back, joint, or limb pain to Dr. Karen Rizzo. If you have recurring pain, chiropractic can help. Rizzo Family Chiropractic can relieve many sources of pain without extended treatment and ongoing therapy. Give your family the gift of caring professional pain relief with a difference. Rizzo Family Chiropractic.
Come on down Route 55 to the Millville Airport. Visit Smith & Jackson Military Antiques and Firearms, a gun shop with a woman's touch. Buying, selling, and trading firearms and military items, especially seeking World War II, German, Japanese, and American items. Buying single items or entire collections. That's Smith & Jackson Military Antiques and Firearms at the Millville Airport, 21 Peterson Street, next to the Glasstown Brewing Company.
And welcome back once again. We continue here from the Gill Memorial Library. We're in the original section of the library with a make-pretend fire going behind us, so it's crackling, but it's not very, very warm. With us now is Dr. Walter Quint. He is in his third tour of duty, correct, Walter? Third tour of duty as superintendent of Paulsboro Public Schools. Very grateful that his wife let him come back one more time, quite frankly, because he has grandchildren and obligations, but he also has this extended family that he and his wife have sort of taken on, which is this town. Walter, I wanted to have you visit because as you get resettled, you're about to undertake some real physical plant activities. The Paulsboro School Auditorium has not been in service. Loudenslager School, second floor, has had some ceiling damage. They've had to rearrange kids, and we have an athletic field down. So why don't we pick it up from there, because people like to understand these things.
All right. Well, we'll start with the auditorium. Several years ago, there was a leak in the auditorium when they were repairing the roof. a serious leak, and damaged the roof and the ceiling severely. We have not been able to get that building back into service yet. It's about a $350,000 to $400,000 project, and frankly, it got delayed. We're trying to undelay that. The money now exists for that project so that we can get that beautiful facility back to being the central part of Paulsboro High School. At the same time, back in 2015, the voters passed a referendum, 2 questions really. One of them was to bring some facilities that were in need of improvement back up to standard. Our track, our tennis courts, and our varsity baseball field. The voters approved that overwhelmingly, but that work has not yet been done. So at this point, our track is out of service, our tennis courts are out of service, as is our baseball field. The money exists for that project. The third challenge happened as an emergency. A few weeks ago at Loudenslager School, we heard a noise in the ceiling. When we investigated, we realized plaster was falling from the original plaster and metal lath ceilings onto the acoustical tile ceiling. We investigated. Water damage over the 90 years of the building's existence has caused the metal lath to rust. It's now sagging, and the plaster's falling off of it. More important, in addition, the new acoustical tile ceiling, which was probably put up in the 80s, was hooked to that plaster ceiling. Because of the rust, that ceiling's pulling loose. Bottom line, we have to take the acoustical tile ceiling down, the lights, and the plaster ceiling, and replace it in the entire second floor of Loudenslager School. That created an emergency, which I have to say the teaching staff, the custodial staff, and the entire administrative team and parents handled beautifully. We moved the 6th grade to Paulsboro High School, and they are in one section of Paulsboro High School and doing very, very well there, enjoying their stay. And the 5th grade moved to other rooms in Loudenslager, so we have now discontinued use of the second floor of the building. Probably the jewel of this is how well the high school students and the high school staff have incorporated the 6th graders into PHS. It's just wonderful the way that's going.
Well, interesting you say that. It's a couple of points. Had a similar set of circumstances at the middle school in Salem City, which was the high school. So this issue with these older facilities comes into play. Paulsboro people have always been very generous. I don't recall ever seeing a voter referendum for a bond for these facilities turned down. So, Walter, the fact that there's money available, first one will raise the question, what took so long? That doesn't reflect upon you because you just got back. But, the work has to get done. So the only unfunded area at the moment is the work in Loudenslager. And what do you think the turnaround time is? When does that building go back? When does that second floor go back in service?
Right now, what we're asking the commissioner to do is allow us to use the money from the high school auditorium to fix Loudenslager. That would allow us to get the students back in Loudenslager, re-budget for the high school auditorium, and do that this summer. If we get prompt turnaround from the Department of Education, the contractor estimates about 65 working days at most to do the ceiling. Quick turnaround would get us back into Loudenslager somewhere in February. That would be our goal.
Now, for clarification, the baseball field being referred to is what is considered Battaglia Fields, correct, Walter?
Yes.
Off of Capitol Street between Capitol and Roosevelt.
Correct, yes.
And those fields were regroomed. When we practiced there in football, when I was there were nothing but stickers and stones, but that was all upgraded. And the issue with that baseball field, people will find this curious, but it can't stay dry.
It doesn't stay dry. The baseball field is at the lowest elevation, and I guess what's called Commissioner's Ditch runs around it. It carries a lot of water, and when we have a lot of rain, when it's a very wet season, the baseball field just is mushy all of the time, and we've never been able to solve it. We've tried various approaches, cutting holes through the clay layer, opening Commissioner's Ditch, opening drains under the railroad tracks, and we just can't keep it dry, so we can't keep a workable baseball field. So we own the land behind Loudenslager School, and there's plenty of land to build a varsity baseball field in that location, and that's what the voters agreed to.
Yeah, I mean, they're all good projects, and the track was cinder when I was there. Now, of course, it's high tech, but they don't last forever, do they?
They don't. It was built over 20 years ago, and you need to resurface them about every 10 years. We waited too long. So it's a big league track. It was built to the same specifications as Penn State University, but it needs to be serviced. We need to get the surface off of there and put a new rubberized surface. Right now, there's some cracks in the track, but that is not the main problem. The rubberized surface is compressed to the point and gone to the point that the spikes for the hurdlers and the runners and the jumpers in the high jump area, the pole vault and the long jump, the spikes will no longer grab into that, and the officials are afraid that if a runner is really pushing off and doing their best, one of them is going to slip and hurt themselves. So the track is now out of service.
And you thought track was easy. None of this is easy stuff. Walter, we're very grateful that you're at the helm. Got to go find you some money.
We're going to work at this. We'll get that done.
Oh, you're going to get it done. We've been visiting with Dr. Walter Quint. That's an update on Paulsboro school systems involving the physical plant stuff for parents who have kids that are presently in the high school in 6th grade. They were going there in 7th grade as it is, so they got a little bit of a sense of it early. Not a bad thing, but a good response from the school district. Now just got to pull together the money and get the projects done. We'll be right back.
Multi-policy discount. Paperless discount. Paid in full discount. Homeowners discount. Safe driver discount. Chipmunk family reunion. Someone stole the nuts. Squirrel jail. Justice.
Countless discounts. Now that's progressive. Call or click today.
Thinking about a new appliance or an LCD TV? Don't think twice. Think Weiss. Weiss True Value has a full line of LCD TVs plus a great variety of appliances. And of course, hardware items like True Test paints, Master Mechanic tools, electrical supplies, key duplicating, and Rug Doctor rentals. And for repairs on screens and windows, look no further. Weiss True Value, from making keys to selling appliances and LCD TVs. Don't think twice. Think Weiss. 39 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
For everything, there's a season, and a time for everything under heaven. A time for sharing, a time for caring, a time for remembering, and a time for parting. When that time arrives, let Beth McBride Foley and Thomas D. Foley at the McBride Foley Funeral Home help you in your time of need. Offering a wide variety of funeral services from cremation to traditional, McBride Foley Funeral Home has been helping families with the loss of a loved one with over 50 years of combined service. McBride Foley Funeral Home, 228 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
Let's go to a segment that Fred and Amy put together the day that Glenn Howard notched his 300th victory as Paulsboro High School football coach. I think that puts him in the top 3 of wins for Southern New Jersey. Very special day. The event was broadcast by the Gloucester County Institute of Technology Broadcasting Network. So we thank them for the use of the footage and Fred and Amy for putting it together. Let's go visit with Coach Howard.
Thank you very much. I don't really have a lot to say, but I would say thank you to all the fans who have come out and supported these young guys over the course of my 33 years. Hopefully I have a few years left. A lot of people ask me, will I be coaching when their kid grows up? I look at their kid and their kid is maybe like 5 years old. I said, I don't think so. But God has blessed me with health and strength and a lot of good friends and a lot of great players here in Paulsboro. These 300 wins are not only representative of me, but all of my coaches who have worked with me down through the years. I have a great coaching staff, and I have the utmost respect for all the hard work that they put in. A coach is no better than his players, and we've had tremendous players in Paulsboro down through the years. And I'm just very thankful to have been a small part of their football experience. It warms my heart when I see them move on and do great things with their life. And I'm very proud to be a Paulsboro guy and the Paulsboro football coach. God bless you.
We're here with Coach Howard. We'll get to more about his big milestone today. First of all, Coach, what were the changes you made in this game? Because it was close to start and then your team really took over. What were some of the changes?
Well, the defense was playing pretty well all day, we thought. We made some adjustments that we had to because they ran the ball real well on us last game. So we made some adjustments and we were pretty pleased with the way the defense was playing. But obviously, with 0 points at halftime, we didn't feel good about our offense. So we made a few adjustments, and those adjustments seemed to carry us through the second half.
And not many coaches can come down to their fourth-string quarterback and try and make something happen. That's something you had to deal with later in this game.
Yeah, we've been having injuries at a lot of positions, but especially quarterback. That was our fourth-string quarterback that ended the game there, and we try to tell each kid, they're only a sprained ankle away from being a starter. So next man up mentality, and he stepped in and did a nice job and carried us home for the victory today.
300 wins, something not a lot of people have done. I'd like you to kind of talk about what you talked when you talked to the crowd before we taped here about what a team effort it's been for you and your staff and players.
Well, it's been a pleasure coaching here at Paulsboro down through the years. We get a lot of good fan support, school support, Board of Education. I mean, the community really gets behind these young men and supports us. And we've had really good players down through the years. I got a very good coaching staff. We know each other. We've been together for a while, so we work real well together. And, we've just been blessed with good players down through the years. And those good players have racked up a lot of wins. I'm just very, very thankful and blessed. I thank God for giving me the health and the strength and the passion to just keep doing it for, all these years. And hopefully, I got a few more years left in me. Whatever the Lord's will is in my life, that's where I'll be.
Coach, congratulations. It's been great watching you and your teams. Congratulations on 300.
Thank you very much.
All right. Enjoy. You got a lot of congratulations around here. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Coach Howard.
Life is a journey that we travel with a lot of uncertainty. When your family is faced with change and you're in need of understanding, direction, honesty, and professionalism, we at the Landolfi Funeral Home have a tradition of assisting you with all of your needs in any way that we can. We offer many affordable funeral services. Please feel free to call us with any questions you may have or visit us at www.landolfifuneralhome.com.
Rizzo Family Chiropractic Center in Gibbstown offers pain relief with a difference. Using specific chiropractic adjustments, Rizzo Family Chiropractic will get to the root of your problem quickly. Bring your headaches, neck, back, joint, or limb pain to Dr. Karen Rizzo. If you have recurring pain, chiropractic can help. Rizzo Family Chiropractic can relieve many sources of pain without extended treatment and ongoing therapy. Give your family the gift of caring professional pain relief with a difference. Rizzo Family Chiropractic.
Come on down Route 55 to the Millville Airport. Visit Smith & Jackson Military Antiques and Firearms, a gun shop with a woman's touch. Buying, selling, and trading firearms and military items, especially seeking World War II, German, Japanese, and American items. Buying single items or entire collections. That's Smith & Jackson Military Antiques and Firearms at the Millville Airport, 21 Peterson Street, next to the Glasstown Brewing Company.
Welcome back. It's time for Community Notes with Irma Stevenson, which is really why we do the show. Irma, now, you were involved. You were on the library board or were involved? Or still are?
I'm still on the library board. I was on, and then I went off for a little while. Then I came back on. This is my heart. I sat many days in the old library, which at the police station where the senior citizens is, and sat there with Nana, and that became my love of reading.
The place is beautiful, by the way. It's got such a good feel to it.
A fireside chat, John.
I'm enthralled with the fireplace.
Okay, happy birthdays to Reggie Waiton, Alex Sylvester Jr., Gladys Dombrowski, Mark Camp, our friend Mark Camp, John Justice, Tony Renee, Violet Manchester, Marcus Eli, Chuck Martell, Javon Bagby, Michelle Relations, and my little great-granddaughter, Maxie Rose Garin. She'll be a year old. Doug Weiner, Chris Emerson, Irene Rydell, Chuck O'Leary, Mary Louise Burt, Sloan. Now, this name is Giom Jimenebesky, but Sloan, you know who you are, and Anthony Gezzi. Happy birthdays to you, and happy anniversaries to Chris and Jen Costenbader, Pat and Charles Esposito, Don and Chuck O'Leary, Mike and Dennis Licordello. Happy anniversaries and happy birthdays, John. We always have a lot of.
Yeah, it's a good list.
Yes.
Good list.
Now, I'd like to say a special hello to Mark from Gibbstown. I met Mark in Save-A-Lot. He said, "You're her. You're with him. I always watch you." And what a nice young man. All I know is Mark from Gibbstown. I got a big hug, and he said, "I watch you all the time." So thank you, Mark. We love you.
Irma, you are a celebrity.
Well, John, I've been on Fox and Hallmark, and
You helped me get elected.
that was interesting, John. Okay. Please help our Toys for Tots. Paulsboro High School is fill up a school bus with toys. Up to December the 12th, you can go down to Paulsboro High School, drop off toys, ages 0 to 3 and 10 to 14. Please drop them off at Paulsboro High School. For each toy, you are entered for a chance to win a $20 gift card to Target or Walmart. A big thank you to our wonderful, wonderful art teacher, Christine O'Malley. Borough Christmas tree lighting will be on Saturday, December the 7th, Pearl Harbor Day, John.
That's actually coming up pretty quickly.
Yes, it's next a week from Saturday. 6:30 p.m. They're going to march. The parade's coming from the firehouse to Borough Hall. Please come to Borough Hall and have a picture taken with Santa Claus. And John, for our friends, and there's a lot of people in Paulsboro. I know St. Paul's and the other organizations are helping for Thanksgiving. There is a food bank of South Jersey. It's a mobile food bank, and they're from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., second and fourth Fridays of every month. They're at 70A Baird Avenue. They have great products for our people. All you have to do is take your license or something that says you live in Paulsboro. So that's helping our Paulsboro.
In this great time of prosperity, there are people that are hungry.
John, I know, speaking for St. Paul's, I think we did 8 baskets, and we thank you to some of our Paulsboro and Gibbstown people. They came, the turkeys that they received, you have $400. That's a lot of money, ShopRite. But anyway, they came and gave them to our church, and they have all been given out to needy people. Residents of the borough, I need your help. We have 2 ladies, and one is Janice, who works at Paul's Hometown Deli. They are taking the plastic bags, which never do anything just lay in your the borough landfill. They're taking those plastic bags. They're making mats for our homeless people. So they have plenty of bags, but they need help in making them. They will teach you how to cut them. It's a lot of work. But please stop in at the Hometown Deli from Tuesday to Friday, 11 to 2, and ask to either talk to Janice or Monica. Paulsboro ladies, you can cut, even the guys. And we need the people use them. The homeless people, they're beautiful. They do not even look like they were plastic bags, John.
And while you're there helping, you can get a very good sandwich.
Oh, their sandwiches are delicious. Yes. Paul and Christine and Janice and Monica. I just had a 3-cheese hoagie. Delicious.
No, I can't beat it. And Irma, happy belated birthday to you.
And John, happy birthday to you. We're Scorpios.
Yep. And Mark. And we used to have Virginia Scott in the mix. And Dr. Quint.
And Dr. Quint. We're all Scorpios. And John, you're 65, Mark's 75, and I'm the big 80. So.
We're getting there.
Well, we're all wonderful. Social Security. We're still here to collect it, John.
Life could not be better.
John, I was at the coffee house last night. Our kids did, Paulsboro High School kids. It was fun. I did 2 poems. And then I did MacArthur's Park. Well,
it's a good role model for the young children. Let me say to everybody, because of the way we taped the show, you'll be watching this after Thanksgiving, but a happy belated Thanksgiving to everyone. We hope you enjoyed it with family and friends. It's a wonderful day just to sort of take it easy. Really good family day. And for Fred behind the camera, for Amy, who is sitting, keeping time with us, and for Bill Crane, our producer, who couldn't be with us here today, Irma?
Well, have a happy and blessed Thanksgiving, and please help someone.
Very good sentiment. Till next time.
Touchdown, Red Raiders. Tyree Thomas to Jacob Perez. Eli. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Touchdown, Red Raiders.